Nike was the Greek goddess and personification of victory. Her Roman counterpart was known as Victoria. Depictions of her were dedicated in thanksgiving for a triumph in any realm, including the arts, athletics, and war. She could be depicted with or without wings, and behind me is an example of a Nike with wings. She can be found here in Forest Lawn's Glendale Memorial Park. This sculpture is a copy of an original from Brescia, Italy. The sculpture was discovered in 1826 during excavations of what had been the city's Capitoline Hill during Roman rule. Brescia Victory was considered the most significant of several intact bronze sculptures found in the area. To safeguard and display the works, the city's first civic museum was opened on the site. The discovery of the work brought out civic pride and local identity. For 200 years, Brescia Victory has been an emblem for survival for the city. Dated to the 1st century CE, some scholars believe the sculpture was given to a local temple by Vespasian, in thanks for his 69 CE victory over then-Emperor Vitellius. Remembered as the year of the four emperors, 69 CE was a tumultuous year for the Roman Empire. Vespasian was the last of the four emperors to rule that year. His reign lasted 10 years, bringing much-needed stability to the empire. The Battle of Bedriacum, fought near Brescia, was a decisive victory for Vespasian, and ultimately helped him win the empire. Though missing on the original, the sculpture likely had a helmet under her raised foot and a shield or banner in her raised left hand, supported by her knee. She may have held a stylus in her other hand, as if she were writing a victor's name across the shield. These elements are reimagined in Forest Lawn's 1967 replica. The rest of the figure is true to the original. Pulled back in a low bun, her hair wraps around the metal circlet. The light fabric of her dress, called a chiton, falls into parallel curving lines as it follows the shape of her body. Both the original and the Forest Lawn copy were created using the lost wax method. The sculpture is carved into a soft material like wax or clay, and a mold is cast from this model. Then, molten bronze is poured into the mold. It was not uncommon for large-scale bronze sculptures to be cast in multiple pieces and assembled. Beginning with a wax sculpture allows the artist to include minute details, such as the ridges in the feathers on Nike's wings. Casting in multiple pieces is easier to do with a clothed figure like Brescia Victory, where separate pieces and accessories can be affixed to the body or frame, and the joints can be obscured by drapery. In the case of the original sculpture, craftsmen cast the clothed figure, her arms, wings, helmet, and shield as separate items. This is how the latter two were lost without damaging the figure. While the wings were discovered separately, they were reattached to the sculpture using pins, the same method used millennia ago. The original Brescia Victory sculpture currently resides at the Santa Giulia Museum in Brescia, Italy, but you can visit our near-identical copy here in Glendale.